Are you ready for quite possibly one of the biggest crash outs I've ever seen?
I hope so.
This is spectacular. Now, let's first go to the bustling small business called Wonderfilled Games. I was not familiar of this. Their website looks like it was made in 2006, but here we are, Wonderfilled Games right here.
Okay.
Now, why does this care? Real quick, just let's learn a little bit about them. Let's just go to their about section, see what they have to say. Wonderfilled origin story, a boyhood dream. This nerd right there thought he could change the world way back when. Still does. He used to hide in his basement closets just to listen to his older brothers roll dice and grow crawling in dungeons. Often booted, he started up his own. He was carrying around a D&D monster manual by the 3rd grade and making adventures for his friends. 6 years ago, he left the back lot at Universal Studios for the last time. It was his final day on the Super Nintendo World project. He was told he could look for other positions, but it was then he decided to break out on his own again and do his darnedest to make the world, world, I guess, a bit more wonder-filled. At Wonderfilled, we weave magical worlds where imagination and adventure merge, inviting dreamers of all ages to experience enchantment in our video games, role-playing adventures, and theme parks. Our commitment to innovation includes and inclusivity. There it is. Our commitment to innovation.
I was going to say, this sounds good so far. When's it going to fucking bring up DEI?
Oh, here we go. Our commitment to innovation and inclusivity creates a realm where every moment is a dance and wonder, and every journey is an unforgettable tale. Join us in a celebration of wonder, where dreams come alive, and every step is a memory in the making. There we go. Let's real quick. Let's get a little bit more here. Our mission. If in the spirit of great storytelling tellers of yore, Wonderfilled is more than a company. It's a haven where imagination reigns supreme, and where dreams are not just dreamt but lived. We are guardians of wonder, architects of dream, and believers in the boundless power of play. Join us in this magical journey where every path leads to wonder and every moment is cherished memory in the making. So, I mean,
okay.
There we go. That's where we're at.
All right, now, that's where we're at.
That's where we're at. Now let's.
Who is this guy?
Let's go. I'm glad you asked, Kirsche, because we have some good context here. And this little boy here has changed a lot over the years. This was tweeted from the Wonderfilled Games X account, simply saying, "A message from our founder." Okay, would you like to hear?
That's a long ass message. Let's go.
It is. Are you ready for this? And
I do think ready.
I think it's important that we do listen to the whole message because there's a lot here. So here we go. Let's listen to their message, and you just tell me when you want me to stop. Whenever you're ready to stop, okay?
I feel like I'm about to hear AIDS.
We'll let him throw it out there.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's me, the guy that started the new TSR. It's true. I had a license from the owners, right? And Ernie offered it to me as the owners at the time.
So once again, the background doesn't really matter, but here we go.
I rebooted it. And it sort of became this kind of magnet for white nationalists.
What? Wait. What is a magnet for white nationalists?
His game that he has released over here.
What game?
Well, while this plays, I'll let you. I'll get a little more information about it. Here we go.
And it sort of became this kind of magnet for white nationalists, Trumpsies. The new Fourth Reich Nazis, Trump supporters. And frankly, all MAGA supporters are Trumpsies.
So there you go. No, we don't want blanket statements here, right? Here we
Fucking Trumpsies, by the way.
We're 30 seconds in, all right, here, and this is where we're at.
They might not want to admit it now, but the second time they voted for him, they knew what they were voting for. And we're seeing it. It's affected my life deeply. My family is Hispanic. My family is made of immigrants. My family is made of immigrants all the way back to the birth of this country.
Why do so many people struggle differentiating immigrants and illegal immigrants? Like, it just boggles the mind, man.
It's so insulting.
I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand how that is. You're 100% right. This idea that there is a stark difference between the two, and people have taken that and they just totally missed the point of it. It's fascinating. But I think this is actually really, really important here. Listen to what he says.
Made of immigrants.
His family's made of immigrants.
My family is made of immigrants all the way back to the birth of this country.
Okay, so back to 1776. So his family is made of immigrants from 1776.
Serving under General George Washington.
Who served under General George Washington.
Somehow I just don't believe him.
What was the numbers of Hispanics serving under Washington? Also curious about that.
I don't know. These are good questions.
Because I'm pretty sure the people under Washington were all a bunch of British people.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, like, if he's Mexican and he's saying that his family was made up of immigrants that served under George Washington, wouldn't his ancestors be British, not Mexican?
It could also be slavery too. So then, technically speaking,
yeah, but he don't look black.
Well, no, because there's more than one type of slavery. Let's be real. So
I don't think they were enslaving the Irish in 1775, though.
No, that's not what I'm saying. If he's saying immigrants, but he's Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
That's my point.
Well,
okay.
I do think that he needs to kind of figure out which story he's going with here, as far as his family being made up of immigrants and also serving under George Washington. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, again, if his family served under George Washington, his family has been here for generations, which would not make his immediate family made up of immigrants. It would make his ancestors immigrants, but.
No. Well, let's see what else. What other really sane things he's going to say here.
My family actually extends prior to that as well as Native Americans.
That he's definitely not an immigrant. What the fuck does he mean?
He's covered all the bases here. His family served under Washington. They also immigrated, and they're also Native Americans. So he's throwing out all of it right now, which is just spectacular for him. Way to go, man. Way to go. Let's see what else happens.
American. And then this happened really these past 20 years. The GOP made a strategy book for how to steal elections here in the United States with the election of George W. Bush. And it's just sort of continued. They destroyed the public education system. And now we have the Gestapo working for the biggest criminals of the highest order on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
What reality does he live in?
This is
what?
Yes, that's the question you got to ask. Does he only consume like the propaganda that he sees? Is it what's going on? I
just don't understand how these people get made, right? Like we're seeing the effects of someone who's been thoroughly propagandized, and they just don't live in reality anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know how you get like this. How do you get this deep in believing things that aren't real?
I think this is where we're at. Like, he's clearly on the most broken of broken people, right?
Yeah.
Clearly. But let's see where his signaling, his virtue signaling has gotten him.
I just gotta call your chat retards for a second. There's a lot
Sure.
of people who like Kirsche, the Irish were slaves. It's like, yes, that's why I use them as an example. Maybe I'm wrong about them not being slaves specifically in 1775, but I thought it was later than that in the U.S. where we treated them as indentured servitude. I know they've been beaten by the British since the dawn of time, but I was talking about in the U.S. because we're talking about this guy in the U.S. at the moment. Holy shit! I never once said that the Irish weren't slaves at all. You mongoloids.
listen. We have a lot of retards who watch this show. Okay, it's okay. We all are in our own little way, right, Blabs?
We are. We're all retired together, as I mute myself.
Maybe we should change our community name from normal men to just retards.
I'm fine with that. I've been saying that for ages.
Retarded men.
Here we go.
In my own country, it's scary. It's truly frightening on a level that I don't think a lot of these bigots that thought giant lands and Wonderfilled were for them, when in fact isn't. I was trying to create something different because as a person that was always a different color and a sort of a different mentality, than all those around me. I wanted to make something different. I wanted to make the kind of game I always wanted as a kid.
By the way, he's speaking of this game Giant Lands over on their channel.
I've never heard of it. How does it attract white supremacists?
Well, apparently it's become a beacon of that. Let's keep that in mind. So let's continue on with this wonderful crash out.
Did you forget to switch the screen?
Yeah, I did. I switched over. Sorry. I was
I've
over
done
there
that before.
Yeah, I do it all the time, probably 3 times a show.
I wanted to make something different. I wanted to make the kind of game I always wanted as a kid, where people like me were seen. And I didn't see a lot of myself in the original TSR stuff.
Real quick, doesn't this go directly against what we just read here? Where all he wanted to do was play the games that his brothers were playing? It goes exactly...
Yeah, also, he looks like incredibly fucking white kid in that picture. And not so much, like, is that even a picture of him? Like, that doesn't look like him. Like, look at the nose structure, man.
I don't know. There's good old Stephen Aaron Deinhardt there. Let's see what else Stephen Aaron Deinhardt has to say.
A lot of role-playing games. What I did see was a lot of white boy fans. Let's face it, I don't have problems with it. I have some white boy in me too. Some people might say it's a majority of me. But
and he
you
feels
just
guilty.
have some white boy inside of me.
He did. Well, I mean, we already knew he was gay. Listen to the way he's talking.
Listen, he feels guilty for it every single day he wakes up.
I identify myself as an American from a melting pot. And I always loved having many cultures in my life, studying many religions, having friends of many faiths, colors, shapes, sizes, origins, nations, creeds. And what's happening now is exactly the opposite. It's unpatriotic and un-American. As you can see, it makes me sort of upset. This is a dry run. I didn't write this, but I thought it was a good idea to try to set things straight. My business has been in ruins for...
Okay, so... Despite, remember how he opened this, talking about how his games have become this beacon of, what did he say, white supremacy? Is that what he said?
Yeah, some shit like that, like white nationalism.
Right, and trumpets or whatever he said, right?
Yeah, Trumpsies, or like Nazis, but Trumpsies.
Oh, okay, this is a new term that I'm not familiar with. So, okay, let's get into the actual business of this.
Set things straight. My business has been in ruins for, 2 years now. I don't think I've sold a game.
He hasn't sold a single game in 2 years.
Well, clearly it's not a beacon of anything then. What does he mean?
Right.
And that's all right. I don't want to sell to
No, it's not. Oh.
Going through this process, really over the past 4 or 5 years, has been incredibly disheartening to the point where I'm not really interested in making games too much anymore.
But I thought as a kid you were like, I'm in it for the love of the game. I don't care about the money. It's just I love the game so much. So like now why are you complaining?
The game has been overrun by Trumpsies over here. It's unfortunately for him.
For everyone. And all that happened was my game became a flashpoint tape that destroyed much of my life.
What?
Personal life.
Dude, who knows what this guy is saying?
What? How did it destroy his
drugs?
life? It sounds like it.
He may be so loaded up that he has no idea what he's saying right now. I mean, just blitzed beyond his mind.
I was canceled from the internet by both sides. And let's face it, fascism is not a problem that's unique to these awful people who now basically rule Twitter.
Yeah, the fascists rule Twitter now.
That's right. Get off our platform here. There we go.
Problem on the left as well.
Go to blue sky.
If you try to regulate what people can say, think, or how they feel, you were on the wrong side.
So he's on the wrong side of history.
Advocate,
yes.
And I like to sort of egg people on, both for PR and just sort of the trickster in me, right? Because that's how you get people talking. So it seems people are talking about this. And yes, in the future, there will be no white people because white people never existed. Color is an illusion. Race is a lie. That's why there is no race in Giant Lands.
What?
What is this guy talking about?
how can you talk about white nationalists at the beginning of your video and then be like, white people will not exist in the future because they already don't exist? So if they already don't exist, how can you complain about white nationalists? Like, pick a fucking struggle, my guy.
He's going with all the struggles. He's jumping in the struggle deep end. That's exactly what he's doing here. My goodness. Okay, listen. It's about to finish up and finish strong. I'm telling you this right now. Here we go.
Race is a lie. By the way, I'm a Hispanic immigrant. Take me more seriously.
Jesus.
No race in giant lands, because race is a myth, right? Sort of like class, right? Also a myth. These things are perpetuated by people that are living centuries ago to try to maintain some kind of sense of superiority over people of color. And
if race doesn't exist, how do people of color exist? Do you hear yourself?
Yes.
Mr. Weird AIDS Man.
You are poking so many holes in what he's talking about right now, and he is such a Looney Tune. It's crazy.
He's just not making any sense whatsoever. Like saying class doesn't exist. Like, sure, if you're trying to put it in the framing of, like, well, all people have an inherent value that isn't tied to their monetary value, like, sure, you could make that reasoning, I suppose. But saying that class doesn't exist is just silly. Like, everyone can see with their own eyes. Like, yeah, unfortunately, there are classes of people.
Yes, tell that to the upper class that has all of the monies. All of them, right? You know, like tell it to the poor people down the street that class doesn't, you know, like, who are living under bridges, that class doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're actually just the same as Bezos, you living paycheck to paycheck.
Here's 13 seconds left, and it's about to end on a bang.
I just won't accept it anymore. And no, I don't need your business. You don't give me any business anyway. So I ask you please to find your own way and have a good day. Peace and love.
Peace and love flips you off.
That's right. That's what a great way to finish here, which is just great. So he's clearly a really well-balanced and smart.
Yeah, very mentally sane.
Very sane, yes. Now, the response to this post by our friends has been just chef's kiss here. Hypnotic, who is a great channel. I think he's closing in on 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Responded with, I'm a Hispanic. You're also retarded. if people around you were, a quote, of a different color, which, let's be real, you mean white people, that means you must have grown up in a very white neighborhood. Ironic, or two, you didn't have much of a family unit. Or two, you didn't have much of a family unit. As a Hispanic, you should know better than anyone. Our family units are packed. I couldn't look left or right without seeing a brown person next to me. You say you didn't sell a game for 2 years and that your business is in ruins, and you can't decide to make and you decide to make a video attacking more than half the country and saying, I don't care, I don't want your business anyway. Dude.
Yeah, interesting gambit.
Yes, he's really going for it. Yeah. Dude, the people who side with you ideologically aren't giving you their business either. This video might earn some pity sales, but you will still be in ruins in every way, both emotionally and business. Do what Hispanics do and work. Work hard. Skip the ideology bullshit because no one is buying it. The whole woe is me, I'm brown shit is ridiculous. Save that for the other groups of people out there. Also, the whole ending with peace and love and raising the middle finger shows exactly how cringe and insane you've really become. Did you really think you did something with that? By the way, you pay Elon, the white Nazi you love to claim they are, he's South African, by the way, for a blue check mark on his platform in the hopes you garner some money and reach and further reach through X Blue. So do yourself, so you in fact support those white Nazis, which yes,
always amusing when that happens. Fucking abased, honestly.
It's amazing. And Savvy simply just wants to know, why didn't the target demographic show up? White people are a global minority, so why didn't the gays and black people and everyone else who is your target show up? Literally for 2 years. So
2 years, man.
Now, there is one last statement that this guy made, which I just can't even imagine anybody saying this. This is how broken this guy is here. This is in response to a post over here. This is just yesterday. He's over here talking about, all this is what a bunch. This guy said, "What a bunch of effing losers you are." Convenient that you speak for Ward now that he passes away. Anyways, he responds with, "You'll just be bred out of existence. We're not like you. We'll just eliminate your seed from this earth."
But it's not happening, by the way. It's not happening. If you mention it, you're actually the racist.
And by the way, I thought race didn't exist.
Yeah, race doesn't exist, but we're going to breed you out of existence because, I mean, you never really existed anyways. You've never actually been human beings. I love how this is like the train of thought that they always go down. And it's like, how are you going to, in the same breath, be like, yeah, we're going to breed you out of existence, and that's a good thing that it's happening. And yet anytime anyone brings that up, it's like, oh, well, you're just a racist for saying it. That's crazy.
This is pointed out as well. We believe games make people make believe, and play can unite and heal hearts, nations in the world. In this time when so many are hurting, some good old-fashioned kindness can go a long way.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to be kind to white people, right? Those are just devil beasts.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. I've never seen somebody so. I've seen unhinged people, but to put down your phone or to set up a webcam and go on a 4.5-minute rant, just rambling like that and saying things that, like, I mean, that's legit Looney Tunes. And I've said this before, we need to bring back insane asylums. And the first group of people that need to be tossed in are these people who are just straight up broken by our current president. It's amazing.
It's insane. The derangement syndrome goes kind of hard, and it's fascinating to watch.
Are you tired of all the nonsense? Yeah, you are. Hit the subscribe button right here and join us.